Unforgettable TV show finales.
Awesome.
So you wanted to talk about The Hills. You might as well start off with The Hills.
Yeah, well, this is a good one. So there's
people like
going to be
The
a few
Hills.
spoilers in this. So if we say a show and you haven't seen the ending, hit us with it. And you know what? I don't want you. I know this is going to be hard. If you know How I Met Your Mother, just don't tell me that, because every time I get to How I Met Your Mother, one of my favorite shows, I get to probably the last 3 episodes, and I for some reason just don't finish it. Maybe because I love it so much, I don't want it to end, and then I go back, and then a few years later I'll rewatch it, get up to the same point. So it's
a rough.
It's a rough ending. I know,
Not a rough ending, or
not as good as could have been, and I've heard that. So that's why I don't want to know. Last season. Yeah, okay. But okay, so let's go. Hills. If you guys, this is for the what are they called out there? It's the what is it? Reality TV. For the reality TV heads out there,
Yeah.
The Hills. There's 4 seasons or something like that of The Hills, the original ones, right? With the original, the OGs. Not a bad little show when you're growing up, as a teenager, watching all the drama unfold. You know, when you're going through high school yourself and stuff. But at the end of The Hills, even though it's supposed to be real life, this is real stories, they say, about these people in Hollywood. And at the end, the final scene, the backdrop gets pulled away, right?
Yep.
And they technically are kind of saying that the whole thing was fake.
You kidding?
That was kind of their, how good is this for a last ending? It's like they start moving away a set, like the whole thing was faked. It doesn't explain that, but it kind of, that's what they're trying to kind of...
So they've
real bizarre way
so
to
pretty much
end
they just told you guys have been lied to this whole time.
Yeah, they're like this was scripted the whole time, but then eventually, 10 years later, they all come out and say, yeah, a lot of it was scripted and stuff like that. Well, which you kind of knew anyway,
Yeah.
but to do that at the end was kind of like a let them be kind of thing. So that's my one. You give us one.
Well, obviously, Friends is probably the one that stands out for me. Which
As a
is
great ending?
A great ending.
For sure,
Like an
for sure.
iconic ending.
Yep.
You know, Rachel, did she get off? Right at the I'm sure everyone's seen Friends, but if you haven't, this is not even a spoiler. This is just a straight down the
If you
line.
haven't seen Friends by
You're
now,
not going to see it by now. So, Rachel Ross, that was the big storyline for that whole thing. And, will she get off the plane? Won't she get off the plane right at the end?
For sure.
It opens up. She leaves the voice message, blah, blah,
For
blah,
sure.
and she flies in.
And she's
goes
like,
off the plane.
no, I
got
gotta
off the
go.
plane.
And then Ross is like, let her off the plane.
Yeah.
Let her off
Yeah, and she's like, and she, because she leaves the voice message. She's like, I get off this plane.
That's it. And then
she
she's
comes
there.
storming in.
She's there.
So-
So great. And then it's a nice ending. They ended it well. They're all in the house. They leave together with the keys. It's a great ending.
Very good.
Didn't butcher it like
What do you reckon the butcher?
Lost. All right, Lost is an unbelievable show. If you've seen Lost, it's a hard watch if you like. There's a bit going on, when they start bringing in the mist and all that shit. There's a bit going on, but if you really watch it and you can if you can try to watch it kind of fast, you can really get involved. Sometimes if you take too long with it, there's a bit much goes on. You can't really put it all together. You know what I mean? But if you watch it fast, really, really good show. Like you can really get invested. Starts getting weird, but not bad weird. It starts getting not too bad. But at the end, spoiler alert. Essentially what happens is they all end up in this church, and then it goes back to the original character it goes back to him, and he's looking up to the sky at the end, and the plane's going over his head. The whole thing, it's kind of pretty much saying
It was his daydream.
that they were dead the whole time. Or they were, you know what I mean? It's kind of interpreted how you want to, but people don't want to interpret shit. They just want you to tell us what happened. They got off the island or not. And it was kind of like everyone's like, oh, what? So what's wrong? They've been dead the whole time.
Who was the main guy?
The whole 17 seasons were just an absolute bust.
17.
Nah, not that many, but there was a lot.
Yeah. You know what's still going off topic? Supernatural. It's got the most seasons of TV.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Never seen it. No, but I know it's got the two lads, the two.
They're still
Supermans.
running them. They're up to like season 23 or so. Who knows?
Yeah. I reckon that's the same with like Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon I got home the other day and Steph, I was watching Grey's Anatomy. I'm like, what season's this? And she's like 27 or
They
something
don't have
like
an
that.
ending yet.
I don't know. Maybe not, because I reckon she was been watching that 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and I reckon she's still.
What about you probably know more because it's your show. That's 70s. How did they end it? I can't even remember how they ended their show.
You know what? I can't.
Season
It's
8.
one of those things because there's the last season or whatever is so hard to watch.
Yeah.
All I know, I think it was like a rushed ending. It was like, I think from memory, it's like they they obviously did the last season and it was like shitty. So they're probably like, all right, we're getting bad ratings. Let's just out of nowhere wrap this show up. I'm pretty sure Eric comes back, gets back to Donna with Donna just in like that last. It was like a very just let's put them all together at the end.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jackie ends up with Fez maybe.
Oh yeah, that seems
From reports. I'm not too
that
sure,
one
which
with
is
the
probably
Kelso?
and everyone was like. Or everyone wanted her to end up with Hyde, but now, we hate Hyde now, so we're happy with the Fezzy one. But yeah, that was, I think, from memory, nothing too memorable. You know what I mean? If I don't remember it, it's not, his big ball's gone nuts again, is he?
He said, Debbie does Dallas. That's it.
We love Debbie Does Dallas. Who is Big Balls? You know what? This is good. Anyone who knows Debbie Does Dallas, and I only just know that. You know what that is?
Pretty sure it's
Yeah, but what I mean is if someone to bring that up in conversation now means whoever this Big Balls is older than us, I reckon. Whoever Big Ball is I'm starting to work out who Big Balls is because
that's classic.
it's not something that would come up like my blokes or anything like that, and I reckon maybe your crew might be too young for it. I think I'm starting to work out who Big Balls is.
Oh, buddy, yeah, that's perfect. And then, did you ever watch Scrubs?
Nah,
Yeah,
I don't find that bloke too funny. It wasn't much for me.
Not a fan?
People love Scrubs. You love Scrubs, don't you?
Yeah, I love Scrubs, but so pretty well, like Scrubs is weird. So they, at the end of season, I can't remember, the season before the last, they do this big wrap up like it's the last one.
Really?
And it's really good.
Like it's almost a final, but it's not.
Well, he's leaving so he's finished up with he's a doctor. He's leaving the hospital he's been at for the last 9 years, and he's kind of walking down the main hallway.
Yep.
And he's kind of just like thinking about all the people that he's kind of met.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a what do they call it? A big.
Yeah. So he's walking down, and then all the characters that have like been through the TV show over the years, like are popping up and just kind of going through the stories and stuff.
Yep.
And it's quite good. It's a really good ending. But then they run a whole
They go
new
again,
series,
and then
so-
they stink it. They probably stink it, do they?
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't even remember the ending of that. It was just rough. It was rough. If you watch Scrubs, don't watch the last season. Finish on whatever the last one of the hospital is, and you'll have a good time.
That's when it's. No, I like that. I like
You'll
it.
have a good time.
I just want to get something up here. If you got one more, that'd be great. Just while I pull this up here.
Yeah, one more. What did we used to watch back in the day? Lano and Woodley.
That's a good one. Good one. Lano Woodley's a good one. What happens at the end of Lano Woodley? Actually,
It wasn't really a thing.
an ending. They're probably just hoping for every season they could.
I did too. It wasn't really like a back-to-back episode.
Yeah.
What was another good?
Epic endings like that are real good. What? I had one before.
70s. I mean, Scrubs, Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know if that's finished up yet.
I think so, but I'm not too sure.
I don't think that was.
Sometimes I don't like watching the end of episodes. If you really like a show and it ends, you just kind of want to
It's quite
not
sad.
have an ending. Give us one. If you guys big balls in the crew,
Yeah, Big Balls. Not Debbie Does Dallas.
not Debbie Does Us. Well, we want to know, and this might give us an indication of who you are. Let us know your favourite show. Come on, give us one serious comment so we can work out who the hell you are. And in the comments, how many people we got watching? Is there still 7 or we lost them all?
6.
We lost one.
We lost one. That's all right.
That's all right. Let us know in the comments who you like, what your shows.
What shows do we?
What sparks us? Because there's what great endings, bad endings.
Well,
We want to
there's
hear it because this is a good conversation.
There's a few of the ones that obviously The Simpsons still run, Family Guy, all the cartoons are still running. So
Is Family Guy still going? Is it?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me have a quick look on my little list here. Okay. I was going to say. I don't want to give away too much because I've got a top 5 for
We
you.
got a top 5. Okay.
So let me quickly have a look here. Just
what do
sorry.
we have?
What are the best shows of all time? Entourage. Hang on.
Entourage.
What happens at the end of Entourage?
It's great. They go on the planes or
Is that what happens? And Ari goes on his own way.
yes, Ari.
But then at the end of that's right. At the end of the
he's
the
he
credits?
gets married with the blonde chick,
who does Vince.
Vince.
And
Yeah.
then remember at the end of the credits, they go their own ways or whatever. And at the end of the credits, if you watch it, Ari gets a
It's
call,
a phone call for the movie.
and then they set up the movie.
Yeah.
And Entourage, I would put that. That's one of my favorites.
I love Entourage. I was trying to remember.
You watched all of it?
Numerous times. It's
I'm with
great.
that. I'm with that. I love Entourage. That's one of my
Turtle, Eric,
the best crew.
Asher hates Johnny.
Johnny Drama?
He's so good though. He's my favorite character.
I can see why people would hate him. I think
the
that's
Lion King.
Lion
Big Balls
King.
said the Lion King. What is going on? We're talking TV shows out here. He throws out the Lion King.
I like, but yeah, well, you can't go wrong. Maybe he's talking about the kids' animated series, so he
Maybe.
must be a dad.
It must be. He's just,
He's using those big balls to obviously.
well, you reckon it's Glenos? I'm thinking it's Glenos.
Maybe that could be makes sense. You know, he's got maybe you have the kids, and then he's been watching a bit of Lion King. So I think you might be right, and I was going down that way too. But we'll see how we go. I think that could be right. But let's come on. There's got to be one more. I had one on the top of my. That's a good one.
Entourage is a great one. That's
What else? What else?
That's
There's one more.
underrated. Entourage as a show.
Underrated, and there's one people. It's hard to get people over the line. Like our older brother, he would love Entourage. I'm telling you, he would absolutely love Entourage as a show.
Watched it.
But you tell them about it. They watch like 1 or 2 episodes, I think, like loosely, maybe not from the start, and they're like, "Oh, not a bad show," and then that's it. They won't give it its time or anything like that. I feel like if you go down, you just start watching that first season.
Very good.
It's one of the best.
Blue Mountain State. You ever watch that?
No, I didn't watch that. Good.
Yeah.
Ending.
I can't
Didn't have an
remember.
ending.
Oh, the ending there. They win the Pretty sure they win the national title. I'm trying to think how it ends, but
How it ends.
if anyone's seen Blue Mountain State, one of the all-time.
Yeah, I've heard good things, but that's one of those ones that I get told to watch and probably don't watch that
Yeah,
either.
it was one to watch.
Stranger
around
Things. You ever
18,
watch
19.
Stranger Things?
Nah.
Great, real good show. Still going. One of the biggest shows of all time now. It is massive, but it hasn't finished yet, so there's no ending. But okay, that's pretty good though for that. Let
think
us
that
know
was
in the
quite
comments
good.
if you got any there. I know there's going to be ones we've forgotten. Real epic movies. You know, I want to know about your Twilights and your
Bloodline.
Bloodline.
That's what Big Balls has thrown out with us.
Bloodline. Never heard. Can you check that? What is that?
I'll have
Alexa?
a look.
What is Alexa? What is Bloodline? Let's see what Big Balls got for us.
Is an American Netflix original thriller drama television series created by Todd A. Kessler, Glenn Kessler, and Daniel Zellman, and produced by Sony Pictures Television. The series premiered on February 9, 2015.
Okay, a bit older. Alexa, stop, please. Yeah, okay. So a bit of a 2015 Netflix number. Okay, I might watch that, Big Balls. Love your style. We love that. That's what we'd like to see. And then we do like that. And let us know if that's a good ending or a bad ending or if it's even worth watching. But I think that's pretty good for now. Let us know in the comments, when you're watching this in later dates, we can go back.